And the winner is Moonlight.
Thank you, BIFA, for this award. I want to thank, on behalf of my partners, Dee Dee Gardner, Brad Pitt, I want to thank A24. This is their first ever production. Thank you, A24, for funding this film. I want to thank Altitude, who are going to distribute this movie in the UK. Moonlight is a film for everyone. It has a deep specificity, but in that it sacrifices nothing of its deep universality and concern for the humanity and dignity of all people. And with that, I want to introduce the writer-director of Moonlight, Barry Jenkins. Adela Romansky as well, our producer. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, BIFA. I've been saying BIFA, but now I will say BIFA. Thank you, BIFA, for having me. It's been a pleasure coming back and forth to London with the film. My first film in 2008, Medicine for Melancholy, screened at the BIFA London Film Festival. It was an amazing reception, and then it took 8 years to make another film, but I was so damn glad that they wanted to show it in London again. Thank you for Altitude for picking up the film. Every time we screened it in London, it's been received so well, which is amazing for a film that's such a very niche story about myself and Terrell McCraney growing up in a very particular neighborhood at a very particular time in Miami. I came into cinema kind of through the back door. I didn't get into it until I was 22. And I remember finding this DVD of Ratcatcher and watching all of Lynn Ramsey's short films and just being amazed at how these people who spoke the same language but in a different way were going through all the same shit that I was going through in the housing project I grew up in Miami. So cinema has always been this thing for me that makes the world smaller than it actually is. So to be nominated as an independent international film has been amazing and overwhelming. And to win this thing is pretty damn shocking. I have to say, I was here in the BFI, I was doing all these talks about diversity, and they were like, oh, well, why aren't we having more of these English films? And I was like, well, it's definitely not the talent, because at Telluride, I program short films, and I got here, and Jorn Threlfall has this film called Over that was nominated for Best Short that I programmed at Telluride. So again, cinema makes the world so much smaller, and I'm glad to bring this thing home to Miami. Much love.